Queen's Voice, Peter Kefalas back with you for another segment. Thank you for tuning in as always. So on this segment, we're going to speak about a New York City Councilwoman who represents the Upper West Side in Manhattan, and her demanding that we, the citizens of New York, the taxpayers, pay for the dental care of illegal aliens. Correct. Pay for the dental care of illegal aliens. So let's get into the story, guys, because I really felt that this was an interesting one, and maybe one of those only in New York stories, if you know what I mean. So Gale Brewer, who is a Democrat councilwoman who represents the Upper West Side of Manhattan, has recently demanded that New York City, meaning us, the taxpayers, the citizens, pay for illegal aliens' dental care. Outrageous, right? So the councilwoman says that she has personally paid out of pocket between $8,000 and $10,000 of her own money. She makes about $150,000 a year, a little bit less, but it's like $148,000 and change. But she said that she's out of her own pocket. She's paid $8,000 to $10,000 to help illegal aliens with root canals, cavity fillings, and other dental procedures that they needed. So we are the most generous country in the world and the most generous people, in my opinion. I think that's undisputable. If you look at, history of the beginning of this country to now, I think we are the most generous people. And I believe my fellow New Yorkers are extremely generous in terms of helping good causes, the needy, the poor, so on and so on. However, when do we draw the line? When do we say this is a little crazy, considering that as a free citizen, any of us, including the councilwoman, are free to spend our money on what we want, who we want, including illegal aliens. That's her business. I don't agree with her, but that's her business. But the fact that she's now demanding that New York City, meaning us, the citizens, the taxpayers, pay for the illegal aliens' dental care, I find that to be very offensive, tone deaf, and just flat out wrong for a lot of reasons. So basically, I believe she's sending the wrong message. Now, let me tell you why I feel that. How many people out there know somebody who needs dental work, can't afford it, needs a filling, needs a cavity, a cap, a tooth put in, a tooth pulled, whatever it might be, a cleaning. There are plenty of New Yorkers here that don't have dental insurance. And there are plenty of New Yorkers here that need help. There are plenty of New Yorkers sleeping on the subways, sleeping in the streets. Too many of them are veterans, actually, unfortunately. There are a lot of kids that go to bed hungry every night here in the city. There are a lot of people living in poverty, so on and so on. Can't afford clothing, so on and so on. So while we are a generous city and a generous nation, I just think it's not fair considering how much the illegal aliens have cost New York City alone. And some of them, I'm not saying all of them, but some of them have caused a lot of crimes as well. Sexual assaults, murders, rapes, molesting kids, looting, robbing people. I mean, we see it on the news, and it's been happening for a long time, every day. So my point is, while the councilwoman may want to do well, and she's free to spend her own money as any other citizen is, I just find it really offensive that she's demanding now that we pay the citizens of New York for dental care for illegal aliens. I just find it really wrong. Now, Councilwoman Gale Brewer has also said that a lot of these folks who are riding the e-bikes, now what she means by that, for those of you who don't live in New York City, a lot of the illegal aliens, for a long time already, whether it's DoorDash, Uber Eats, just pick one of those services, we know for a fact, I posted a story on it a long time ago, that they are fraudulently using the credentials of people here legally and paying them a surcharge in order to use those credentials to be a delivery person, right? So my point is that's already something dangerous already. But what she mentioned was a lot of them, even though they have city-funded health care, don't know how to use it. And she also mentioned that most Americans don't have dental insurance, and surely these illegal aliens don't. So if most Americans don't, and many New Yorkers, why would we put illegal aliens first and pay for them when there are Americans in need that we're not taking care of? I just find it to be really disgraceful and just unacceptable that we have a city councilwoman who's demanding us, the citizens, pay for this. So, like I said, we are a generous nation. We're a generous city. I know plenty of people here in New York City who give to charity, volunteer their time. I've done it myself, not to pat myself on the back, but probably many of you guys out there in the New York City area or anywhere could say that you've done some good deeds. You've done something charitable. You've donated money. You've donated clothing. Maybe you've donated time, right? I just find it really hard for me to stomach when we have an elected official who's demanding that we do this. Anyway, if you haven't liked, subscribed, or shared, please do so. It helps us out a lot. Takes a second or two, costs you nothing. But let me know in the comments, especially my New York City residents out here in the 5 boroughs, what do you guys think about this particular councilwoman demanding that the taxpayers in the city of New York pay for illegal aliens' dental care? Have we not paid enough already? Especially for people who shouldn't be here already, and they're already overtaxing a lot of our infrastructure, our resources, which cost us money at the end of the day that we don't have. See enough of our infrastructure crumbling. We don't have enough money to hire cops. We don't have a lot of things in subways. There's a lot of problems we have here. And I think that would just be the wrong message and the wrong thing to do with taxpayers' money, especially forcing us to do it, when I would go out on a limb and say most people out there in the city don't want this to happen or don't want their money to be spent on dental care for illegal aliens. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you like the idea? Do you not like the idea? Anyway, Peter Kefalas reporting for Queen's Voice. I appreciate everybody for tuning in as always, and take care of yourself and be safe. Thank you.